day. And I'm here to do that, here to make sense out of nonsense early in the morning for all of you morning birds. But first, you know how things roll. I got to check to make sure I got me a notification. Well, I did. Look at that. Yeah. And I also got a little commercial I'm going to let play about some cars or something. I don't know. But those that are just uh, logging on or getting a notification, please, as you log in, let me know if you are able to hear me. That right there is the most crucial part of the show. I mean, unless you're a good lip reader, that's very, very important. So I see people logging in. They're saying, hey, 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 how you doing? Oh, yeah. See, I see some hand waves. All right, all right. Yeah. Shout out to my man Bob who bought me the laptop. He sent me a video showing the history of Youngstown, Ohio the other day. Man, I said, boy, Youngstown has been through some things. Oh, boy. So if you ever been to Youngstown, you know what I'm talking about. It was once a booming, metropolis. And now it's just a vacant, hollow town. That's what happens when criminals and Democrats start running your city. But it took me back. So, yeah, it's a pretty long documentary, but I was like, man, good old Youngstown. I lived through a part of that history. Well, but back in the day, it was rocking, though. Oh, yeah, but now it's just a rock. It's not rocking anymore. It's just a rock. But it's my rock. I live close to it. And so, until times get better or until I move. Florida, is there any room down there? Is there any room down in Texas? What you got for me? Y'all got something for me? Who knows? All right, now, enough of that. I see people are logging on. Let me go ahead and hit like because I'm hoping y'all do the same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, send a little message out to myself. All right. All right. Now, people already confirmed that they can hear me. Somebody just asked me, what's my opinion on Greenland? Got to do it. That's my opinion. Got to do it. Make it worth their while because I think in the long run, it will benefit them and us as well. And I think, Trump is someone who does a lot of foreshadowing when it comes down to anticipating our enemies. And I don't know why these politicians, I do know why. I mean, a lot of them have sold our country out and they don't do things that benefit our country. I mean, this whole thing about Venezuela and those voter, whatchamacallits, oh, that's going to get deep too. Apparently, to get that voting process in our country and in others, a lot of rubbing, a lot of, yeah, let me go ahead and it's only bad for the country, but enough money, I guess you get corrupt politicians that'll say, as long as it don't impact me, I'm rich. And I'm saying you're colluding with the enemy, if this is true, to destabilize our country. So you got to do some foreshadowing. And I think with Trump, when it comes down to Greenland, he's saying, okay, if it wasn't a strategic location, and if it wasn't for Russia and China snooping around up there, maybe we wouldn't, be that interested. But because they are, why would we ignore that that situation? I don't think that would be smart. I think the smart thing to do is say, look, let's figure out a way to benefit Greenland, benefit our national security, and go from there. And if we could do it and make it worth Greenland's while, even though it's kind of odd to me that European countries who rely on, our protection and all of that stuff, they seem to always have a problem. And I'm saying, y'all whine about Russia all the time. I mean, I guess y'all snooze up to China perhaps, but you would think they would be saying, hey, yeah, anything that could deter Russia or China from making more progress, yeah, do it, and so you would think that, but we got a lot of dumb leaders or evil leaders that are more interested in globalism or lining their own pockets or whatever. Who knows what their motivations are, but they surely aren't motivated to keep America safe. And I think we have to stop worrying about all of the European nations' opinions about the U.S. I can't believe they're doing this. They're breaking, and I'm going, you know what, your opinions don't matter anymore. We have to do things and make decisions that benefit our country. And instead of trying to virtue signal, trying to be loved across the globe, and yet allow our country to become weak and vulnerable because we care more about looking good on the global stage. And I'd rather be a jerk and safe and protected and secure than, sitting back saying, at least the European nations, they like us, they like us. And honestly, based on the Europeans, shift towards crazy globalism and, opening up their borders and, destroying freedom of speech, all of the stuff I'm seeing going on over there in a lot of the European countries, not all. I mean, Italy is holding it down. You got other countries that are starting to say, maybe we need to focus on us. Okay. But you got them other ones that's doing stuff. And I'm saying, yeah, I mean, it's more and more that your opinions don't matter when I see what y'all are doing to your own citizens, arresting people for stupid stuff. And I'm saying, hey, that's not our values. So why should we care about your opinions at this point? Bottom line. All right. So anyway, that's just a quick, brief, synopsis since the question was asked. And another question keeps popping up. People want to know, or somebody wants to know, what is the picture, the little teeny picture on the eagle right there? Somebody guessed it the other day. It's Superman. That's what that is. So just in case you're wondering what that is, it's Superman. Yeah. All right. Now, with that being said, since people are logging on now, we didn't discuss Greenland. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah. Say, thanks for the ratings. Silverback. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Gotta get loose. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Yeah, buddy. All right. And there's a Kevin's Corner store in here. Don't forget. Make sure that you check out the little store online and get some merch. And that number on the screen, 330-974-4607 is the number you can text MAGA to stay connected with me just in case they disappear me off the internet. And then finally, hit the like button and subscribe to my alternative channel. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, you can do it through my Cash App, my PayPal link, or the Super Chat, even though you run the risk of them snatching some of the money on the Super Chat, which I don't complain. If you're going to support me through the Super Chat, I'd rather take the Super Chat than nothing. But just know YouTube they reserve the rights to say, well, we're not monetizing that video, so we're going to take the money or something stupid. So just know that when you get to the Super Chat. But like I said, I'm not going to complain. Now, with that being said, we got some examples of what you get when you vote blue, no matter who. Oh, man. When will these people learn? Now, I'm gonna go over a video later, probably tomorrow, maybe. I came across this video I was listening to last night. This young lady walked away from the Democrat Party. She was a radical leftist. She was out there in the streets and stuff like that. And she walked away, and then she made this video. It's about a half an hour long, honestly. I'm going to edit it down and go over some of her points. But she broke down what the left, in fact, the video was entitled, Are You Willing to Die for a Lie? And she breaks down why these folks become so radical and caught up and believe, the rhetoric of the Democrats. And she really did a good job explaining this, that I said, you know what? I normally don't do a review video of somebody else, but I'm going to do one of that because she's right on the money of how they are so deceptive and crafty with their messaging and how they target certain groups of people knowing they'll get a reaction. It's fascinating that, people are susceptible to it. But even though it's fascinating to us because we are immune to that mess, it's also concerning when you look at it and say, everything they do is a game. A lot of shenanigans go on with the Democrats, with the fake news, all in effort to cause chaos, destabilization, and designed to, garnish more power from them, more control. And even when it comes down to things that you might just on the surface look and say, oh man, that's messed up. Now you got to question it. And we're going to start off with an example of that because I didn't get a chance to touch on this the other day. Somebody said, I saw an interview of a California mayor saying these agitators are getting paid. Whoa, what, that type of money? I think that was $150. Okay, let me make sure I saw that right. I know it wasn't no. Oh, whoa, 80 grand? I mean, are you talking about the leaders of the agitators? You ain't talking about just the agitator. I mean, shoot, I might, for 120 grand, I'll be out there like, abolish ICE. Is that Kev? No, no, that ain't me. I mean, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know no Kev. Abolish ICE. 120 grand. I don't know about that, but I know most likely the organizers probably are getting a lot of money. But the low-level dummies are probably getting some peanuts. And then you probably have people that are really convinced and they do it just because they believe it. I mean, those are the ones that are the definitely useful idiots for free. So now, with that being said, remember this had happened, y'all. Now I can't even trust my eyes. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Remember her? And round of applause for Congressman. Now look at that. Look at that guy right there. Somehow got right up there in the front row, of listening to Ilhan Omar, who's under investigation. And her city and a lot of Somalians are really taking a lot of heat. This will be a great time for her to become a victim. This will be a great time for her to have a distraction. So now here's this guy. Now there's videos floating around that suggest that he had a photo with her earlier. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. It could be AI. I don't want to jump into that. But I wouldn't be surprised if the photo was real. But nonetheless, how this unfolded was concerning to me. So let's go ahead and check it out. Because we got to look at this through the casual liberal eye and then the conservative, suspicious eye. So look at the fat looking drunk up in the front. I mean, he looked like he was placed right there, sticking out like a sore thumb. Omar's staff was here.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
Well, look at that. Well, look at that. A little squirt to the chest. Now, I'm thinking if you want to do maximum damage, if you really despised her, why didn't you go for the face? Why? Maybe the arrangement, was don't squirt me in the face. Just make sure you hit me like in the chest area. I wonder why. Why didn't he do this? Now, another reaction, to the liberal eye, they're going to say, well, look at that. She's brave. She was willing to confront her attacker immediately. But to the suspicious eye, I'm going, sounds like another Democrat hoax to change the narrative and garner sympathy. I mean, is that natural? Someone sprays you with some gibberish, some razzmatazz. You don't know what's in that. And you don't know if he's going to follow up, if he got something on him. But for some reason, your initial reaction is to leap into action. Leap into action. That's not even natural for a female. Big as that male was, natural for a female to say, oh, I'm going to go on the attack. I can see a man doing that, but her almost like she knew. She didn't hesitate. She didn't step back. She didn't go, what the heck is this? She could be burning up with acid right now, but her response is to go straight into battle to show that she's a strong, defiant, brave, congresswoman. And she's also a victim. So she's not only, brave and stuff, but she's a victim too. See, so it's probably all of Trump's rhetoric that made this would-be attacker spray her on her shirt, and then she rushes him. And then look, when security tries to get her to go at least get checked out, look at her response.
I don't know. I need a napkin to know nothing.
I need a napkin. That's all. Put me back in, coach. Yeah, just dab me down, and put me back in. Don't worry about what this is, or don't worry about it could be contaminating the whole room. Don't worry about that. Don't evacuate the room. Don't stop for 1 second to say, was he the only attacker? Was he perhaps a diversion? Are there others? I mean, don't worry about those things. Don't worry about those things. Give me a napkin, dab me down, and put me back in, coach.
No.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, we gonna continue because we ain't gonna let nobody get away with this now. See, I hate to have to be suspicious like this, but I've seen the handiwork of the Democrats for a long time now. They're willing to do pretty much whatever they have to do to cause some type of distraction, some stunt, We've seen them show up at ICE agencies and ask this and that and then act like they're doing that and get arrested. We've seen them do things like that. We've seen them do all kind of stunts just to go ahead and change public opinion. So now I'm questioning, what was this guy's motive? Why her? I mean, how'd that guy get in there? I'm pretty sure this don't happen at Democrat functions unless it's planned. They're pretty tight when it comes down to who they're letting in. So now all of a sudden, without any further information, because see, I want to follow up. I want to know what that guy's motive was, who he is, and what's the punishment. If we don't get no intel on the attack that took place on her, we have to then conclude that that attacker went free because he just did what he was, paid to do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know how Democrats are. If that was a real Republican or real conservative or MAGA man, they'd be, gunning for his head. They'd have that today. The man went, he was indicted and this and that. They want to parade that dude all over the place. I ain't heard nothing since then. Anybody else? Anybody else heard about the would-be attacker? But look at her. She's brave. Forget listening to her security. No, I'm staying. I'm going to show y'all that they ain't going to win.
Representative Omer, are you okay?
I'm going to go figure if I am, but I feel...
No, you were. You were okay. That is why you didn't stop and show more concern about that spray on your chest. It could have been urine. Who knows? It could have been anything. And yet she didn't even pause. Went in the battle with the fist up. I wonder what would have happened if they would have let that guy go. If they wouldn't have, all right, yeah, you look like you want a piece of him. Go ahead. It's all you. And I'm saying that's not natural. The natural reaction would be to duck, have security, get in the way, and double check what this is. Perhaps even get it off of you, have it checked out, have you removed, all of that. But instead, here you are, half an hour later.
Okay. I feel that it is important for people, whether they are in elected office or not, to allow these people to intimidate us.
There it is. That was the goal. After this, give me some camera time so I can get out there and tell everybody that we're not gonna take it. Yeah. I don't care if I get sprayed with the heebie-jeebies. I don't care if that was Ebola. I don't care if that was the Black Plague. Who cares? It's more important for me to show that we're not going to let these people win. There you go. That's Ilhan Omar's message. Now, we all know Democrats are very selfish. They want, if everybody else dies, they're like, save my life, okay? That is why they always out there talking about take everybody else's guns except mine. That's why they always out there like, yo, I need 50 million people to be my security and all that stuff. That's why they do these things, because they're like, we're very important. So if she thought she was in real danger, she'd like, get this shirt off me. I want to make sure Ilhan lives. That's what I want to make sure. But instead, she was like, I want to make sure that these people don't win. That's right. I'm going to go back and give that guy a call later. Thanks. Your check's in the mail.
Make us not fight for our constituents and for the country we love. And as I said, I've survived war. And
geez.
I'm definitely going to survive intimidation and whatever these people think they can throw at me.
Wow, sound like a prepared statement to me. Sound like she was ready for that response right there. Now, what do y'all think, y'all? Do you think we can trust Democrat politicians? It's sad when you can't even trust what appears to be an attack on somebody. But everything is smoke and mirrors with these people. And I'm sitting there going, you seem real calm. Seemed like you had a prepared statement and speech. Seemed like this was perfect timing so that you can say, hey, I'm under attack. I'm the victim, even though, it looks like I've been a part of this whole scam, even though my husband and I somehow, my white husband, don't forget that, my white devil husband, and I somehow got rich. Even all these things surrounding me. You know what? What really helped my profile, maybe garner some sympathy, is a random attack and then my response. I'm not gonna go ahead and succumb to these attackers, and these people are not gonna win. And I'm going, I gotta question things. But hey, she's not the only raggedy Democrat that when you vote blue, no matter who, this is what you get. Look at this one coming up.
Because I'm built that way.
Yeah, I'm built that way.
State and local law enforcement should not be required to divert their limited resources.
Oh, y'all see her, the Wicked Witch of Virginia, with that long snout, the one that was shaking her hair on stage with Winsome Sears. Abigail. I mean, are you going to condemn this? He's talking about children, Abigail. And Abigail had that head up like she smelled doo-doo coming out of Winsome Sears. Like, oh, God, you smell. And I'm saying, y'all didn't see this? Y'all didn't see the evil all over her? I mean, Democrat voters are amazing to me. And I'm sitting there saying, y'all, she looked like she's a witch, man. She looked like she should be in a Disney movie playing like Cruella de Vil or something. It's obvious that this chick, when she was asking her about the kids and the transgender, she didn't answer that. Then she asked her about the other dude with the the text messages. She wouldn't even respond. And y'all couldn't see the evil leaking out of her. So now they went out there, voted blue, no matter who. Yeah, let's see what they got for the prize. Let's see what they got. Okay, here we go. So wait, it's already obvious. She definitely was going to go ahead and say, we're now a sanctuary city. I knew that was coming. But let's see all the stuff they didn't anticipate was coming.
To enforce federal civil immigration laws. It is a responsibility of federal law enforcement.
Oh,
that's the new governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Abigail Spanberger, ran for that office as a moderate.
You mean as a liar? Like they always do? When would these people learn? When would they learn that these folks are deceivers? They're the guy on the first date agreeing with anything the woman says. Hey, you know what? I like skydiving. Yeah, me too. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I like bull riding too. I actually ride the bulls. You ever rode a bull? Yeah, I love it. I love it. Me too. Okay. I like eating doodle sandwiches. Me too. Anything I got to say. To get my goal accomplished. So she was out there saying I'm a moderate and all of that. I know y'all rejected the last governor and accepted a conservative governor who was running the city responsibly, the state rather responsibly. Yeah, he was out there making sure the kids wasn't subjected to you know what. But I guess the people felt Donald Trump was worse than that. Yeah, I guess the people felt, well, since Doge came in and did all of this stuff, we're going to go ahead and vote a Democrat in and watch. She promised us she would be a moderate. Well, let's see how moderate she is.
But the executive order that she talked about is state and local police not cooperating with ICE to get criminal illegal immigrants. There's also a list of now the...
he had to put the glasses on to read the list?
Democrats control the legislature, that a number of bills that have been put forward, you can't read it here, but let me just go through it. Sales tax on Uber Eats, Amazon, sales tax on admissions to a variety of businesses, create 2 new higher tax brackets, 10% tax bracket for anyone making over $1 million, 3.8 investment tax, raise the hotel tax, new personal property tax on landscaping equipment, ban gas-powered leaf blowers.
What? She came in hot. She didn't waste no time. Day one, gotcha. She revealed who she was immediately after she said, I do. Unbelievable. That right there was the quickest reveal ever. Do you promise to love and cherish? I do. Soon as they got done, put that ring on, gave some sugar. Now, let me tell you what is going to be happening moving forward, okay? All right, first things first, okay? She was straight up in on them. So now you got all kind of taxes. Now, the funny part about this is these taxes are going to impact all the useful idiots, all of the dummies who aren't able to learn by now. Democrat governing sucks. How do you think she's going to pay for all the illegal immigrants and stuff, all the woke stuff? She got to come and get those taxes from all of the dummies who say she's a moderate, right? I think she's going to be good. Do you think? I mean, we don't want to take the risk on good governing by a Republican. Let's go ahead and change it up and see what happens. When will they learn? When will they learn? So now let me see what else all of these people are going to be paying for. Because if you got yourself a nice, powerful leaf blower, gas leaf blower, and you out there sneaking, because now you got to sneak, to go ahead and blow your leaves, looking over your shoulder, because she might have the boys pull up on you. Did you pay the taxes for that leaf blower? Huh? Did you pay the tax? Now I've been had this. My name. I was borrowing it from my. Now you got to give excuses. She want all the money. What else? What else? The wicked witch want to get her hands in.
Guarantee illegal aliens free education.
Well, look at that. That's why she needs all these taxes. Here you are starving. Late at night, got the missed meal cramps. You call some type of Uber Eats, something like that. They show up. All right, how much do I owe you? $35 for a hamburger. Yeah, man, the hamburger was only $5, but taxes was $30. That's what Spamburger hamburger went ahead and did to you. Vote blue, no matter who though.
Think about that. Make it illegal to approach somebody at an abortion clinic. Extend the time absentee ballots can be received after election day.
Now, I wonder why they would want that. The time absentee ballots can be received after election day.
Allow people to cast their votes electronically through the
Well, what could go wrong with that?
internet.
What could go wrong with that? Man, these are the most corrupt politicians on the planet, and they take advantage of stupid people. Stupid people. And the stupid people can't even see that these policies are designed. You can't deduce why someone will want to mess with the election process. I mean, just brainstorm a little bit. Okay, what would a person benefit off of extending the time where all the ballots could come in and then allowing people to go ahead and vote electronically? What could be the motive for that?
Banned ranked choice voting. Extend the
Ranked choice voting.
deadline for ballot curing. Redact the addresses of political candidates from FOIAs. Add Virginia to the National Popular Vote Compact. Make it illegal to hand count ballots. Make it illegal to hand count ballots.
I wonder why.
Yeah, me too. And when you're an uninformed voter, you probably don't even know this. They probably won't even know why all of these taxes done went up and all this stuff. They won't even, man, money that this is getting pretty high. Shoot, I went to buy this and that, and I didn't know. And I'm saying they take advantage of uninformed voters. They take advantage of emotional people, and now make it against the law to hand count ballots. Now, that sounds like someone who is preparing and laying the groundwork for shenanigans when it comes down to the elections, to the voting process. I mean, isn't it odd that the Democrats are the only ones that want to, have more loose voting, guidelines? I mean, they're talking about kids, you're voting starting at 16 now. They're like, you know what? No requesting any ID. All of the things that will allow cheating. Isn't that odd? Yeah, so the Wicked Witch is in now, and she's revealing herself. She done morphed immediately. I'll get you stupid voters. And your taxes, too.
$500 sales tax on firearm.
What? There you go, all you gun owners. Vote blue, no matter who. If I lived in Virginia, I'd be furious with the dummies who voted her in. I go to buy myself another one of the weapons to put up on the wall of pain, and it's a $500 firearm tax. That's more than some of the guns. More than some of the guns. That's designed to discourage you from buying guns, guys.
Suppressors, assault weapons and large capacity magazine ban, 11% sales tax on all firearms and ammunition.
Make it stop. I'm sure the list is going to stop, right? I'm sure the list is going to stop.
Prohibit outdoor shooting of a firearm less than 5 acres. Lower the criminal penalties for robbery. Ban the arrest of illegal aliens in courthouses. Remove men.
What? Lower the penalties for robbery? Oh, welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. She's about to turn that sucker inside out like California. Yeah, buddy, get ready. Oh, and wait, so let me understand this. Let's see. Yeah, the folks, you can't arrest the illegal immigrants at the courthouse now. All right, Jose, you're accused of triple homicide. But ICE is waiting outside for you, and they want to arrest you. So we're not going to hold you. We're going to let you out the back door. Make them chase you around, okay? Because we don't cooperate with ICE. We don't cooperate with ICE. Now, you promise not to kill again, right, Jose? What? See. My no English. You translate. See. No more killing. No more killing. Thank you. Adios. That's what's happening. Boy, Virginia, look what y'all got.
Mandatory minimum sentences. Allow localities to install speed cameras and replace...
Speed cameras? Woo! Nobody likes those, guys. Nobody likes those. Those are designed to rob you blind. That's what those are designed to do. You run through a 20, you be riding, it'll be 55 miles per hour and immediately drop to 25 before you can even hit the brakes. And blink at you, show up in your mailbox, 150, 150, 160. Boy, I tell you, they got exactly what they voted for.
Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, how you like that one? No more Columbus Day. Indigenous People Day. Democrats are trash. They are trash. Boy, she didn't waste no time taking that mask off. Surprise. But hey, that's what you get when you vote blue, no matter who. Deception. And speaking of deception, look at that.
Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
Yeah, sure did. No taking that one back. Yeah, wait for a whole another what? I don't know. What is that? The 4 years? Good grief. Let's y'all do a recall on her. But boy, I watch videos out there where folks was whining already. My rent, my gas done went up. She only been in office like a week or two. My gas prices done went up. My utilities done up. But hey, that's what you get when you vote blue, no matter who these people are. Deceivers. Deceivers. And speaking of deceivers, this is what Virginia is going to look like if y'all let Spamberger run the show. Let's go ahead and show an example of what happens to cities and states when you let Democrats govern. You know one of my favorite places, y'all. Going back to Canada.
I haven't had the chance to see the magnificence, the beauty of our great state. It's time to visit California.
Yeah.
Governor Gavin Newsom with us here. Governor.
The Snake Man?
One
The
better.
Lizard Man?
Now we got to make it better. See, we're competitive here in California, so we're looking forward to learning all the lessons learned, all your experiences, and how we can significantly improve upon it.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
That's good.
Being here today, having the Olympics coming here in 4 years, it is not just an LA 28 games. This is a games for all of California, including our San Diegan right here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's for the world at a time when the world seems to be torn apart because folks are focused on their differences. I mean, this was such a nice moment for all of us to remind ourselves that, we're all in this together. Divorce is not an option. And so for me, that's about the spirit.
I don't know about that. Divorce is not an option. I mean, it was time to come together. A whole bunch of this going on. Whole bunch of this. I wonder he got his legs crossed standing up. Now, he probably standing up with his legs crossed. But nonetheless, here he is talking about the Olympics. And I'm saying, now, why should we have the Olympics there? When, who knows, the stadium might catch on fire. Who knows? We don't know. They could be overran by what we're about to see. But here he is talking about how great Cali is.
About pride and the pride that you brought, not just to the games, but to all of us. And the pride that's reflected around the rest of the world. And incredible athletes that are putting everything on the line and just searching one thing, excellence. So
excellence, which you should be shooting for that in your own raggedy state, right? Excellence. But instead, we have a monstrosity going on out there in California. How is this dude? This is what kills me. He must have no self-awareness of his record and how it probably will be used, definitely will be used against him. His record in California is so raggedy that campaign ads, I'm just saying, just start showing the footage. I mean, you ain't even got to say much. Just show the footage, and at the end, like, that's it. The footage. So we're about to see some of that footage because he's talking about excellence and stuff.
We're always been about excellence in California.
What?
We've always been about excellence in California.
And we want to bring the best games that have ever been hosted anywhere in the history of mankind in 2028.
Let's see what happens when you vote blue, no matter who, out there in California. Let's see this excellence.
So get ready, America. Get ready, the world. We're really excited about this.
LA 2028 is going to deliver.
It's going to deliver. It's going to exceed expectations.
What? Uh-oh.
We join you now at 6 as LA is under a citywide tactical alert.
Look at all that excellence, y'all. Y'all see all this excellence out there in LA? Where Mayor Florida Evans Afro is out there. I wonder if she's in town or not. Maybe she's overseas right now at a wedding or something like that, swearing in.
After clashes erupt between anti-ICE protesters and law enforcement, federal law enforcement. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
Clashes? So wait, all of this insurrection going on, and I thought you couldn't attack federal officers and stuff like that. And what about the brave men and women on J6 that were attacked by the mob of MAGA folks and all of that stuff. Now we're seeing that just take place all over the country. That's just par for the course when it comes down to Democrat voters, but they don't condemn their own voters. They don't look at these people as insurrectionists, violent, trying to overthrow the system, the government, or, they have no sympathy for the attack on these brave men and women and, the federal government, ICE officers. They don't have any feelings about them. So now we got these folks clashing. Now, I'm sure after this is all over, they're going to swear up and down there was no such thing as left-wing violence.
And Michael Brownlee, this all started as a nationwide day of protest and in solidarity in Minneapolis here. But as you can see, protesters are outside the federal building here, clashing with federal officers that are barricaded inside.
Now, I'm sure you turn on the news and all of these people were just legal observers. Yeah, all of these people were doing nothing, and all of a sudden these agents came out with their shields and said, we don't like protesters, period. We don't like people protesting. Let's go ahead and light their tails up with tear gas and stuff like that. I'm sure that's what's happening. Now, am I seeing Palestinian flags and I'm seeing Mexican flags? Looks like an insurrection to me.
7 captured the moment protesters closed in on security guards, shielding themselves outside the building as the crowd threw trash and debris.
Now, I wonder if they just start firing into that crowd because they feel their lives is in danger from the debris stuff being thrown at them. I wonder if they would say, well, you know what, they're right there is lethal force. I mean, their lives were in danger because we don't know what could have been thrown from that crowd. It could have been a trash bag or something, or it could have been acid. It could have been a Molotov cocktail. It could have been a grenade. We don't know. When you got all of these people thinking they got the right to show up and, I guess, take over a federal building. Now, honestly, I'm waiting for Trump to just go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and invoke the Insurrection Act. Go in there and shut this mess down because we're going to see what Mayor Florida Evans Afro is going to do about it. Here we go.
You can see an officer back there. He's alone and they're just throwing things at him.
Huh.
I mean, it's just pretty incredible that these protesters have overtaken this and there's no police.
Now, that's bad. When CNN is not doing their normal out there, even though he's getting lambasted with trash and other items, just been basically mostly peaceful. It's as you can see, it's mostly peaceful. When CNN is keeping it real, it's bad. So I wonder if this is considered left-wing violence, or is this an excuse because they're angry. People are angry. They're frustrated about ICE occupying their cities and stuff. And
I don't see anybody here to kind of manage this crowd.
That's what we do best. I mean, California is about innovation, entrepreneurialism, competitive spirit.
And a bunch of rebels, anarchists, violence, crime, drug addiction, a whole bunch of that stuff, right? High taxes, crazy regulations.
Future happens here first. We're America, we're the world's common attractions.
I wonder if they're going to pass out dookie maps for all the people that come to, check out the Olympics. Welcome to California. Now, before you go ahead and get your taxi to go to the stadium, here's a map. You want to avoid all the brown spots. They represent human feces, okay? You don't want to get that on your shoes, okay, and take it back to Botswana, okay? You don't want to be out there running track with human feces on your spikes, okay? That might slow you down or make you slip. That's just a tip. Don't want to slip with human feces on your feet. So now, here's how great, wonderful California is, because excellence. This is excellence. Look at that excellence. Freaking animal, man. Look at that. Bunch of young teenagers or young adults just acting a fool. That's California. These people are just, they're ridiculous. They just want to destroy stuff. Now, what does that thing have to do with anything? They're like a whole bunch of monkeys. In fact, monkeys, I think, behave a little better. You know how monkeys just be tearing stuff up. I mean, that's how they are. They're just out there covering up their faces, tearing stuff up. Like, we're going to be as destructive as we possibly can. Now, at what point do Americans look at the behavior that is tolerated in liberal cities and states and say, man, I don't want that coming to a city near me? I mean, when are they going to look at this and say, this goes beyond them just being a little perturbed about ICE? This right here is anarchy. This right here is chaos. And these governors and mayors aren't doing jack about it. These people need to be dealt with severely to learn what not to do. This isn't protesting. This right here is full-blown rioting. They're like, whatever we can tear up and get away with it, this is our time to be destructive with no consequences. Look at this. It burns me up. Look at that.
I say that's the California way.
It sure is. That's why I won't be going there anytime soon. And honestly, the Olympics need to be moved to some place that got some common sense. Animals. Freaking animals.
Well, I can tell you that the situation is under control, but
What? What? Gaslight. Neon light. Yeah. Democrat light. So now we're looking at the video next to her as Florida Evans Afro comes out and says, I can tell you the situation is under control. Does that look under control to you? Democrat cities and states
is ongoing.
Kayla from Mid-City says this issue should concern more than just black and brown communities. Do you feel like more white people should be out here protesting?
Absolutely. We have a history of activism in the brown and black people of this country, and it's beautiful and it's inspiring.
Liberals got a sun hat on, looked like she should be out there as a beekeeper or something. And that more white people should be out there now. All I saw was young white liberals. I mean, maybe there was a couple, Latinos in there, but I didn't see no brothers. And she's talking about there should be more white people out there. In other words, more chaos. I mean, these people they're like self-inflicted. The way they vote is masochistic. The causes they defend are masochistic. I'm saying y'all must love pain. The people they vote for lie to them constantly. It's like we are masochistic. We want to be abused. Please lie to us. Please send us out there on the front lines to risk our life for nothing. Please go ahead and continue to allow our cities to implode. And then go ahead and do what Abigail Hamburger did. Lie to us to get in, then beat us over the head with all of these taxes, and we'll go out and vote for you again. We won't learn from the lesson. It's like they don't understand. They don't get it. I'm saying, you don't understand why everybody's leaving those raggedy behind states and going down to Florida and Tennessee and Georgia. And if you're moving from these raggedy cities because you happen to be one to get it, don't go down there voting for Democrats again. Learn the lesson. When are y'all going to stop being fooled by these people? And here's one right here. She's bought in. Absolutely, we need more white folks out here.
And more white people need to stand up and help our neighbors because we can't survive without them.
Oh God. No.
They're the one.
Can't survive without them. Wow. Boy, I tell you, man. I see how Democrats get rich. They get rich off of dumb people like this. I mean, if I really wanted to get paid, I'd become a Democrat politician and have stupid people like this sending me money, putting together stunts like Ilhan Omar did. To look at me, I'm a victim, I'm black. Where's our white brothers and sisters that's going to stand in solidarity with me by sending me a donation? Boy, I tell you. Now go back out in those streets and risk your life to show you're fighting for your neighbors.
Breaking the law because they're the ones that are out here tear gassing, pepper spraying people, exercising their rights to a First Amendment speech.
Now you hear that stupidity? There's a useful idiot right there. Breaking the First Amendment law. That these people out, now see, in her mind, she's the victim. In her mind, the federal agents are wrong. In her mind, that form of protest is the First Amendment. It's okay to go ahead and overrun a federal building, throw stuff at officers. That right there is part of the First Amendment, protest. That's what they've convinced these useful idiots. And that's what gets them jacked up. Renee, the dude Alex, that's what's getting them jacked up. Because in their mind, this is legitimate protest because we've been allowed to act this way. We're in a Democrat-ran, SO-ran radical, insurrectionist city who don't punish the criminals, but they demonize the law enforcement. So now why wouldn't we think that we could do this and be shocked when we're met with resistance? What? They're shooting tear gas. All I did was throw a Molotov cocktail at them. It's my right. It's my right to do that. Oh, look at this. That's just a simple First Amendment protest. Is that a whole dumpster? Just like California's turning into one big dumpster? Look at these idiots.
Later that same evening.
We have breaking news at 11, and this video just in. Protesters setting a dumpster on fire right outside the downtown detention center. Where
a real live dumpster fire taking place out there in California. Now, wait a minute. The video we saw earlier where Mayor, Florida Evans Afro was saying the situation is under control. It's under control. That was daylight during that time. But the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out. The freaks come out. So now the freaks done came out and started a barn fire. Now that's not a dumpster fire. That right there is a barn fire for them roasting marshmallows. That's all that is.
many federal immigration detainees are being held. Firefighters responded, but then backed away when they were confronted by a handful of protesters still in the street.
What? Where's the National Guard? Somebody come in and lay these people out. So now they run the risk of burning down the whole building, the whole freaking building in California. And they will try to make excuses. These people are mad. It's understandable. It's understandable. They're upset because they're trying to protect their neighbors. So they set a whole dumpster on fire. And when the fire department comes out, they chase the fire department away. Now, what if this fire catches on to the building and burn down the whole building? Well, I guess they wouldn't care because they already let LA burn. This is unbelievable. This is like we're not even watching an American city. Democrat cities tolerate and operate like this. And I'm saying, what country is this again? At what point? These people have no fear of consequences. Do you know how scared I would have been back in the day if me and a couple buddies got mad about something? We're going to go ahead and attack the police station, and then we're going to set a dumpster on fire and push it up to the police station. And when the fire, do you know how scared I would have been? I'd be like, dude, you can't do that. We're going to get shot, not arrested, shot. And here are these people.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Get ready, America. Get ready, the world. We're really excited about this.
LA 2028 is going to deliver.
It's going to deliver. It's going to exceed expectations.
That's what's going to happen. This is going to be the Olympics in California. Only that's going to be Dookie. And that's going to be Pete.
That's the damn Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
Uh-oh. But you think we were going to stop right there? Start spreading the news. Do, 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 do. I'm leaving today. Boo, boo, do, do, do. I've got to get up out of here. New York, New York. So let's see what's happening with another deceptive Democrat who got in and deceived the people.
About New York.
New York.
Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani says that he will end the Adams administration's practice of removing homeless encampments from city sidewalks.
Okay.
But advocates argue it will be a step backwards for the city's quality of life. Ali Bauman questioned the mayor-elect about this tonight.
For the past 3 years, the NYPD has been systematically removing homeless encampments from New York City sidewalks.
Yeah, good, because that looks like trash. I'll be mad if I'm paying taxes to see that. Those are eyesores. That's a good thing, right? Unless, these Marxist, fascist, communists are like, you know what? Since we don't care about America, and we're here to destroy it anyway, we're going to go ahead and suggest all kind of stupidity and say that this is humanity. This is humane. They shouldn't have to get off the streets. Let them sit there in those little tents with those eyesores all over the place, messing up all kind of attractions. Because people are saying, I'm not coming to New York to see that. I come to see, the dang on Empire State Building and Times Square. Not this mess.
A practice Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani vows to end once he takes office.
They are simply pushing New Yorkers who are living in the cold to another place where they will live in the cold.
Oh, you hear that? They're pushing those New Yorkers from living in the cold to another place where they're living in the cold. Well, let's see how that worked out.
NYPD data obtained by CBS.
First time listener, thank you. I thought you were a lefty. Absolutely not. Man, are you kidding me? Heck no. I'm too smart to be a lefty. Yeah, man. So now, let's see how Zohran Moran's plan worked out for the homeless.
CBS News New York shows so far this year, police cleared more than 2,000 encampments and placed 117 people in shelter or housing, putting a total of 513 people in shelter or housing since the practice began 3 years ago.
If you are not connecting homeless New Yorkers to the housing that they so desperately need, then you cannot deem anything you're doing to be a success.
Okay, so what kind of housing are we talking here, Zohran Moran? I mean, what do you want? Do you think they should have, mansions like the illegal immigrants? Put them up like y'all put those illegal immigrants up? 5-star hotels and things like that? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Any place better than a cardboard box would be an upgrade. I'm looking at those flimsy tents right there, and I'm saying, okay, you know what? A little garage would be better than the tent or a cardboard box. But see, I guess that's not good enough. He wants the virtue signal. He's saying, you know what would be better? Let them stay out in the cold and in these little tents. And let's see what happened over the winter. Let's see if he's going to take responsibility for this tragedy that took place.
We are going to take an approach that understands its mission is connecting those New Yorkers to housing, whether it's supportive housing, whether it's rental housing, whatever kind of housing it is.
Mamdani's vision is effectively for an army of social workers to take to the streets and subways to tackle the crisis.
Well, look at that. Army and social worker. You see Democrat governing? You see their logic? I'm saying, okay, that doesn't make sense. What are they going to? Why all your plans and all of your policies seem like it just don't make, it's counterproductive? I'm saying there's better ways. I mean, nobody else is seeing this. And so what y'all want social? So let me understand. Less convictions for criminals is better. Abigail Spamberger. That's what you're telling me? Or you're saying less restrictions on voting is better? That right there will lower the suspicions of everything, all their policies. I'm listening to it. I'm going, how do voters not, are they just not paying attention? Like once they're in, I don't care what they do. So now he's wanting to send, social workers out there. How you doing, buddy? You look pretty chilly out there. Yeah, man, I'm chilly. Well, as long as you got your needles and your drugs, you should be fine. And other than that, how's your morale? Everything good? You feel good? Okay. All right, good. Nice talk. That's it.
Army of social workers to take to the streets and subways to tackle the crisis.
Well, let's
Bad.
Everybody knows that they got common sense. But not these people.
Bad feeling about this.
Me too, guys. Uh-oh, what's this? Other blog has biggest. Okay, oh shoot. Oh no.
Well, 3 more people are dead in this ongoing cold weather. The blast across the tri-state.
Dead?
Temperatures now linked to more than a dozen deaths.
What?
Totals 13 people lost since last weekend's storm and subsequent freezing weather.
New Yorkers deserve a leader that treats public safety with the seriousness it deserves.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Wow. So wait a minute. The homeless folks are freezing out there. You couldn't see that when they're coming. But yet you do a little virtual signaling video where you're out there pretending to shovel some snow. Yeah. Why didn't you go and scoop all of them people up and bring them to the governor's mansion and let them stand there until they weather the storm? Why didn't you do that? But I guess, putting them up in better facilities than what they were in was a better plan. Oh, no, it didn't work out that way. They end up freezing to death. A bonus round? What's this? Mayor Madonna gracious mansion, no trash free. Oh shoot. Garbage. Okay. Oh, well, let's see how it looks. That's a whole heap of garbage. New York. Look at that. Yeah, great place to walk your dog so he can pee all over those trash bags. Yeah. I guess I won't be going to New York anytime soon. See, isn't it odd that conservatives, Yeah, when we see this, we go, won't be going there. Now, I can go to D.C. right about now because Trump came in and cleaned it up. See, that's what happens when you got responsible leadership. There was a time where I'm like, heck no. Matter of fact, they're having the UFC fights there. And I want a ticket. I don't know how I'm going to get one. They said that it ain't open to the public because of security, But I mean, if anybody knows somebody that knows somebody, you know what I'm saying? I want to come. I want to be at that event. But nonetheless, if no changes would have taken place, I'd be like, UFC event or not, I'm not going to D.C. so they can steal my man truck. And here's New York right there. Hey, no time soon until some new governance take place. Yeah. And it's going to be more of that, where that came from.
And this is on the Upper East Side. 3 minutes from where the mayor lives. Look at this guy.
That was the comedian. Yeah, that was a comedian.
Look at this. This guy's never getting. Look at this.
Look at that. Boy, I see more trash than cars. Good googly moo. See, this dude used to be a Trump hater. I mean, he still might be. But he's also smart enough to see what happens when you unleash Democrats to rule your city. Look at that trash all over the place. How are you? It ain't even the snow that's blocking the cars. It's trash. I'm like, I can't even get my car out. There's trash all around the car.
Look at this. I don't know what this guy's going to do. This guy.
Yeah, he's done.
Take a photo. It's like amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Another load coming down.
Yep.
What the stench? It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Vote blue no matter who.
Yep, and you'll smell like doo-doo. That's what you'll do. You'll smell like doo-doo when you vote blue no matter who. But hey, guys, it's not just about, how they govern. Guys, it's about the lies. See, they're all about deception. They're all about lies. And here's one of the head honchos right here. Look at this guy. Yeah. He said this the other week, as if we don't know how Democrats really feel about this now. They're trying to run interference for this guy, Alex, who got himself shot because he was tussling with the officers with a weapon on him. But now all of a sudden, they all love the Second Amendment. They love it. See, they need to now, pretend that we're going to use the Second Amendment against all of the conservatives and say, now, why was this guy carrying a gun while tussling with the officers? And so to cover for this guy's stupidity, we're going to say, well, that shouldn't even matter. You all love the Second Amendment. He had a right to have that gun on him, tussling and resisting arrest with those officers. And if you don't believe that the Second Amendment is absolute, then, hey, you guys are hypocrites. So now here's Chucky Schumer coming out as an advocate about the Second Amendment. But what they always forget is they leave hypocrisy crumbs all over the internet.
But you can see, again, Donald Trump lies all the time. We see it every night on the news. And so all the people can believe it's okay to lie too, even vicious lies.
No, see, the difference is all of these Democrats lie, and all of the people below you believe them. All of your voters somehow buy into your lies. And I'm saying, good grief. When are y'all going to find out that these people are lying to you?
Like the one cast at Mr. Preddy. Instead of holding his own administration accountable for lying about Alex Preddy, Donald Trump continues to blame Alex Preddy for his own death.
Okay.
He said yesterday Preddy should not have been carrying a gun. The president seems to have forgotten the words of the Second Amendment.
Well, tell us. Remind us.
The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Whoa. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, back up.
Yeah. Hey, I feel the same way, Apollo. I feel the same way. Yeah, whoa, wait a minute now. Hold on. Now, I'm pretty sure that the last, 20 years or so, all we've been hearing coming out of these people is we need to get the guns. We need to get the guns until it's convenient for them to protect one of their radicals and his image. Now, all of a sudden, they are advocates for the Second Amendment.
The president seems to have forgotten the words of the Second Amendment. Quote, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
What?
Shall not be infringed.
Well, let's see.
Can I show you something?
Sure you can. Oh, let's go back in time.
Good day, wake up, banker. Dan Bowens got the details this morning. What's going on, Dan?
Good morning, Rosanna and Bianca. Senator Chuck Schumer is advocating for the reinstatement of the assault weapons ban, highlighting this initiative as a key response to the ongoing issue of gun violence plaguing not just New York City, but all across this country.
What are you doing, Chucky?
Be infringed.
The measure includes banning the sale, manufacture, transport, and importation of 205 military-style assault weapons. It also bans magazines and other ammunition feeding devices that hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition.
That's all I get under Chuck Schumer? Only 10 rounds? What if I need 11? What if I miss the first 10 and need one more? But according to Chucky, 10 should do it. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? If you defending your mansion, and a whole bunch of liberals is trying to burn your house down and come up in there because you work for ICE, and all you got is 10? I got one up here right now in my room that holds 21. It's my, my competition gun. I love it. I love it. I love just popping them in and then get one extra one in the chamber and then give another one. I'm like, if I can't get it done with 21 rounds, but according to Chucky, 10 rounds is all you get. Let's continue seeing him support the Second Amendment.
The proposal will require a background check on any future sale, trade, or gifting of an assault weapon.
Whoa, background check on sales, gifted, any at all. He want to get all up in your business. What you got? What kind of gun is that? All right, now you make sure you put it in a lock safe that takes you 15 minutes to get it out. That by that time you'll be robbed and mugged. Unbelievable.
Please remove any metallic.
Yeah, this is me. They try to take my guns. Chucky.
Oh my God.
Just get Republicans on the record.
Bottom line is nobody cares more about this than me. I'm the author of the assault weapons ban in 1994. The president seems to have forgotten the words of the Second Amendment.
No, you seem to have forgotten your words back then. I'm the author of the assault weapons ban. You seem to have forgotten you said that, like they always do. They never, realize that, wait a minute, I got a whole bunch of contradictions all over the internet. But I'm relying on only people that are conservatives are going to show the hypocrisy. I'm relying on my dumb voters not being able to see this or not even wanting to see it. And then I'm also relying on my dumb voters is if they see it, they won't care. I mean, we got all kinds of hypocritical statements and behaviors all over the internet, but our voters seem to not care. We got away with that. Well, let's continue. Yeah, we're starting to see there's nothing we can do that would make these people stop voting blue. It's that simple. Nothing we can do that will make these people stop voting blue.
Quote, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
You're hypocrites.
True.
All of you.
You got a problem with what I'm saying, Larry?
Absolutely not. But wait a minute. It goes from one horrible, raggedy Democrat to another. So now we got to go to Chicago, where Mayor Brandon Johnson now has, ordered the police to go ahead and start investigating ICE members. I wonder how this is going to go. Now, understand, Mayor Conehead right here, Mayor Mohawk, who can't bust a grape, who looked like he'd never been in a fight or a scrap. He wants the police now to go ahead and start following ICE around. What they doing, who they arrest now. You get the license plate. Now, this sounds like an insurrection. But let's see what he has to say when they ask him, what you going to do?
Effective can a mayor be when standing up against the federal government?
Well, first, I can tell you, it's not something that I, could have imagined when I took on this responsibility.
Answer the question.
We would have to, as mayors, that we would have to fend off the federal government from constitutional overreach.
Wow. Now, do you see the spin that they are able to put on this mess without question? Constitutional overreach, how? How are they overreaching? What are you talking about? Well, I would make these people, sorry about that. I would make these people confess or at least address what the real reason is that they don't want ICE. I would ask them directly, are you opposed to ICE because you want to keep a lot of illegal immigrants in your state or city to affect the census and give you guys more power? I mean, could that be it? It's racism. It's you just want your neighbors and this and that to be protected. Is that what it is? How about you just be honest about your true motives?
The thousands of protesters that showed up at Congress Plaza Sunday were enraged, furious, and motivated.
The thousands of dummies who've bought into this trash who came out in Chicago, snow all over the place, and they're protesting. And this ain't even got nothing to do with their city. This is all about what happened out there in Minnesota.
Fight for change.
If I'm angry, I'm mad as hell, and we got to do something about it. So I'm
mad for nothing. That's what you should have said. You see, this is what you get the liberal to. I'm angry. You're an ally because you're mad. Yeah, you bought into the mess.
I'm out here today.
Aronofsky, along with others who came out, say they have attended multiple ICE protests in Chicago before.
Yeah, covered in ice. Now, would y'all do that? See, this is the modern day liberal. I mean, do you understand? Well, I mean, what would have to be, happening for me to say, you know what? I'm about to go out in the snow on a Saturday or whatever and protest. I mean, I wonder if they wake up one day and say, man, I was out there for nothing. I protested for nothing. Absolutely nothing. At least we know, what warrants a protest or not. We got enough common sense to say, man, for us to conclude that we need to go outside and protest, you best believe I've done my research and I'm like, oh yeah, this is worth the protest. These dummies come out for stupid stuff.
But this one on the heels of Alex Preddy's death is different. He was using his voice to protest the actions of federal agents. Exactly what these protesters are doing here.
Who are they going to kill next, right? The guy was literally just protest, or he was at a protest, he was filming it, he was doing what y'all are doing right now.
You hear this in their mind, they see it just like this. And I'm saying this is a Rorschach test. This shows that these people are beyond repair. I mean, liberals, when they get to this point where they got rabies, and you know how my analogy about rabies, it's incurable once it gets to a certain point. When they get to this point where they're rabid liberals, there's no coming back from that. Where you can sit back and say, dude, what were you looking at? You just concluded the same video I saw. That man was just standing there doing nothing, just videotaping, just like you guys were. So if you're seeing it like that, there's nothing I can do with you. I mean, this guy, he's damaged goods. You can sit back and say, dude, how could you? I just watched the same video. You didn't see that man not obey the guy when he said, back up, back up. You ain't seen get all up in their face to where now they got to get physical. But you didn't see that? But yet, in his mind, that's what happened. Nothing. That guy was just standing there, just videotaping. To get somebody to come out there in the winter and do this, you got to get them to a point where they don't believe their lying eyes.
And he was murdered.
It's scary sometimes to come out to protest.
Yeah, if you are setting dumpsters on fire, pushing them up to federal buildings, if you're throwing stuff at the police, if you're trying to run them over with your cars, if you're fighting with them and resisting arrest with a gun on you, yeah, that ain't no scarier than getting pulled over by the cops for speeding, and you like, man, why you pull me? I ain't getting out the car. I ain't getting out. Sir, get out the car. I ain't getting out the car. Nope, man, forget that, man. Rolling up your window. At some point, the rubber's going to meet the road. At some point, they're going to say, you are not obeying commands. Now, either you get out this car, or we're going to drag you out the car. Now, when they drag me out the car, I start fighting with them. All right, and then all of a sudden, oh, man, I can't believe they shot me. Unreal. And these people are scary to protest.
Because just yesterday we saw this government murder a protester.
Boy, we're living in two worlds, man. Like I said, I'm really curious to see how this is all going to work out. How are we going to, at some point, live with these useful, mindless idiots? Peaceful, they don't know what, like I said, peaceful protest has been completely manipulated in their mind. It's been perverted. They're not able to recognize the wrong. You don't recognize the difference between what these people are doing and an actual peaceful protest. Boy, if you are at that point, what can we do with you? If you're not able to recognize what a peaceful protest is versus a violent one, and I'm saying, you're damaged goods.
Elected officials, including Mayor Brandon Johnson, emphasized ICE needs to be abolished and defunded. It comes after video shows the moments leading up to Preddy's death.
Is one of those tools the police? If ICE sets up on city property, which you
Oh, shoot. She about to ask him, like, what you gonna do? Huh? Yeah, you are signing executive orders about what the cops should do if ICE roll up on the scene. So what happens if they do? What if they call your bluff?
Save them from doing?
Well, look, our local law enforcement has a critical role in protecting our residents.
What that got to do
As
with the
far as
question?
what their powers look like as it relates to the federal government, I will tell you this, that it's not just me here in Chicago. There are municipalities around this country that are exploring and looking
Exploring.
into.
You see, tiptoeing and dodging and hopscotching all over that answer. I thought, yeah, there's people looking into it and our police officers responsible for the No. The question is, since you want to act like a tough guy, you want to send your officers down there to rumble with the feds. Yeah, what happens if they show up? How about you get more specific?
What else can we do to ensure that protect working people, but that we also hold the federal government accountable, and particularly this administration?
Working people. What is this? What does ICE have to do with working people? I mean, see, once again, you should say the legal people, but instead of working people.
Have you talked to the chief of the Chicago Police Department about the role the police would play in terms of protecting Chicago's residents from ICE?
Yeah, well, the first thing that they do is, as a welcoming city, our local law enforcement does not participate in civil immigration enforcement, right?
That ain't got nothing to do with stopping ICE from doing their job, monitoring them, documenting stuff, investigating them. No, we want to hear about this executive order that you just signed. Forget that our police don't work with. You're avoiding, what's happened when ICE show up. Like, all right, here we are. Now what? So here we go.
We know from evidence that actually makes us less safe.
But then what happens if ICE comes and sets up on city property? What are you going to do to defend that?
Well, again, the first thing is we have this executive order. We have this lawsuit. That's what we have to use. We have to use the means that are in front of us.
AKA nothing. Nothing. That's what you're going to do. Nothing but what you're doing right now, posturing.
And again, as far as,
But when the rubber hits the road, what gives?
Well, I think what gives in this
wait for the wheels of justice that grind slowly to defend.
Y'all see with the little striped socks on? Yeah. So now she want to know what happens. What happens when your bluff's called?
Chicago citizens, or do the police step in at that point?
Well, look, if the federal government extends or attempts to extend its authority beyond the measures that we have put in place here, we're going to use.
What measures that we have put in place? Measures that, federal government don't need to honor because y'all just making up stuff. You're not allowed to come down the street. You're not allowed to ask people questions. You're not allowed to do anything in our city because we don't want you arresting our legal immigrants. So we're going to come up with a whole bunch of stupid stuff and think that maybe if we put all of these executive orders and rules in place, which really, if you look at all the rules, that means we can't get nobody. We can't get nobody. See? So, yeah, all of those stupid rules mean nothing to ICE. And he's trying to drag the police into this, y'all. Basically, he's trying to succeed from the union. He's trying to get his own army and own militia.
Use every single tool that's available to us. Here's the part that I want people to know that's most important. We have a federal government that is working outside of the bounds of the Constitution.
And yet you're going to go ahead and say, I want the police to go ahead and confront federal agents and investigate them. And I'm not working outside of the Constitution. I'm within the Constitution with that.
We have to use all of the means that are available to us. And it's necessary.
What does that mean?
Use all the means that are available to us to hold this president accountable. Because right now, you don't see that. And that's why it's incumbent upon all of us to do everything in our power to not just protect our democracy, but protect humanity.
Mm-hmm. In other words, a bunch of wolf tickets. That's all he's selling us. So now, here he is, with his little executive order.
It's become the first major city in the country to put ICE and Homeland Security on notice that they could be investigated by police. Mayor Brandon Johnson signing an executive order at City Hall today that could pit local law enforcement against federal law enforcement.
Let's see.
We are here on this Saturday with a very simple premise.
For nothing.
That no matter what the vice president or the president says, there's no such thing as absolute immunity in America.
Surrounded by a number of Chicago aldermen and political leaders.
Surrounded by a whole bunch of idiots.
Mayor Brandon Johnson signed an executive order requiring Chicago police to investigate allegations of abuse by federal immigration officers.
Boy, he's trash. Can't wait till he gets voted out. So the guy who was under like 10% approval, he's now posturing and signing stuff and standing up like this is going to look. Let's see what this is going to do. Nothing. It's going to do nothing.
says police will not be arresting federal agents, but laying the groundwork for potential investigations into their conduct.
Okay, see, now I see a whole bunch of pink hair, green hair, white liberals out there with masks on, confronting those ICE agents, getting themselves shot with rubber guns and stuff like that. But hey, according to Mayor Conehead, they're just coming in here and abusing citizens. And
as part of this order, our police department will document ICE and Border Patrol activity and attempt to identify officers on the scene.
What? Sound like an insurrection. Sound like that man is trying to succeed from the union. What is this? So he want his police officers to now run the risk of clashing with ICE.
This evidence will then be preserved and at the direction of my office will be referred to the state's attorney's office for potential prosecution.
Oh, potential prosecution. Now, one of the most despised mayors by the police. What do you think the police is going to do? Yeah, you think they're going to be like the useful idiots out in the street willing to risk a violent confrontation with ICE, put their life on the line for Mayor Conehead, who don't give a darn about the police? The guy who, when he was running, talking about defunding the police, you think that the police who he always throws under the bus, who won't even go and arrest some of all of those young scholars who be destroying property and taking over blocks and stuff, but the police can't touch them because they're young scholars. Yeah, police looking like they have been neutered, can't do nothing, sitting back like, well, look at that, Johnson. They're jumping on cars and running in and out of stores, but we might as well not arrest them because they'll be out tomorrow. So we're going to sit back and watch these young adults tear up stuff. You think they're going to say, for Mayor Brandon Johnson, we're going to go out there and do that? Yeah, the same police that when he wants to show up to a funeral of one of the fallen officers, they won't even let him come. But now he wants the police to, instead of dealing with all the murder and stuff that goes on in Chicago, all the real crime, he wants them following ICE around and documenting and trying to investigate them. Let's see the police's response.
The executive order comes after federal agents shot and killed 2 protesters in Minneapolis over the past 3 weeks. During the Midway Blitz ICE enforcement surge in the Chicago area last year, 2 people were shot, 1 fatally. Johnson says the executive order will give police the power to go back and investigate those shootings as well.
Maybe he thinks he got the juice.
The head of Chicago's police union is blasting the mayor's order, calling it toilet paper. John Catanzaro writes on Facebook that the same guy who hates the police now wants to use them for his own personal and political relevance.
Bam! Oh! Toilet paper. Yeah, butt wipe paper. That's what that is. Thank you, police, for giving him what he needs. It's butt paper. That's all it is. We're not going to go out and do that for the same guy who basically throw the police under the bus every chance he get. Well spoken. So there you have it, guys. That's what's going on in these S-hole ran cities all around. I love what that officer said. Mayor Johnson's probably going to be like, who's that guy? Let's be fired. I want him done. But that's what all the police should be saying. And I wish Minneapolis police would do the same thing. But they got a woke police chief out there that's sold out. But I bet you, in all of these sanctuary cities, for the most part, the police are probably like, man, this is a bunch of bullshit. We got to sit back and watch this crap happen. We got to let folks go who we worked hard to catch. And just because, oh, shoot, this dude's an illegal immigrant, he's going to get off. He's going to be let out. He's going to be protected by the Democrats, raggedy judges, woke DAs, all of this crap. They got to sit back and watch. And I'm amazed that they're not just leaving these raggedy, districts and just joining ICE. In fact, I heard a lot of them are up there in Minneapolis. They're leaving the police department and joining ICE. I don't know about you, but I would. I mean, if I lived in one of these SO-ran Democrat cities and I was handcuffed as a policeman to do my job, I'd be like, man, I'm joining ICE. They make way more money, and I'm out. See, so there you have it. That's a couple things that's going on around the country that I want to touch on. Actually, I had some more things I want to touch on, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, because I got to go ahead and prepare to go to sleep. Because see, I got some. I'll bring that up tomorrow. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start shutting it down so I can work the graveyard shift again tonight. Thanks to all of those that checked out the show for the first time. if this is your first time. And those that are regulars, thank you for supporting. We got 211 people watching in the morning, y'all. How you like that? Yeah, thanks for those who gave in the super chat. I appreciate that. And those who, choose to support the channel through my Cash App, my PayPal links are below each video. Subscribe to my alternative channel. And please hit the like button if you haven't already. And we'll be back tomorrow to make sense out of some of this nonsense. God bless. Take care. Up north, got a hands round y'all post. I know you see the way we tear up the place, yeah. Take care.